gonna feel down.
And with zeal, confidence, and a little bit of money in our back pockets, we roll into week 7 here at the Fantasy Football Factory. What's up out there, you crazy motherfuckers? We're happy you joining us. And what's up, Bean and Jay? How you guys doing?
Rock and roll, man. Week 7. Can you believe it?
I cannot fucking believe it.
I was just at your house in Maryland.
13 minutes ago.
Well, that was fast.
Like, seriously, 13 minutes ago, we were
making terrible choices.
Who are you telling? I had the number 1 pick and I took Christian McCaffrey.
So. Yeah, exactly. No, that trumps everything.
God damn it. Yeah.
Don't feel too bad. I had number 3 pick. I took Bijan and I barely covered him this year.
Yeah.
So.
You know, at least Christian McCaffrey has the excuse of not being on the field. Fuck, where the fuck is going on? But no, it would be fun to do a redraft at some point, man. You know what I mean? If we redrafted at this point in the season, it would be such a different
Yeah, that'd be killer, man. That'd be fun.
Fun activity to do. Maybe we'll do it as a side project for people to fuck around with.
I'm looking forward to that a lot.
So, welcome to week 7 of the show, you guys, man. I'm excited to get ready for some football for the weekend, especially as a Cowboys fan, because we're off this week, and that means we can't lose. So
you can't lose.
That's right. That's right. For those keeping score at home, the Bears and the Cowboys are on the bye week for week 7. So, plan accordingly. It was a crazy fucking week, first of all, last week. So I got to ask you, man. Let me throw it to you first, Bean. What did you learn in week 6, sir?
What did I learn? On a personal note, I learned that I still make terrible lineup choices. I substitute way too late in the week, and I'm not going to do that anymore. And yet I say that every week, and I do. But this week for sure, I'm going to Thursday. Unless there's an injury or something, I'm not second guessing myself because it cost me one game this week. In the other the chronic, I got blown out. It was just a bad week, but it is what it is. But still,
sometimes you hit a buzzsaw. Yeah,
we just got our asses kicked, pal.
But when you're playing leagues that maybe at the end of the year you might get something for being the highest scorer in a couple of leagues I'm doing that. And so those are points. It all adds up. So it's frustrating. But
yeah. So
make terrible choices. So one, I make terrible choices. Fantasy football is not as fun when you lose in all of your money leagues. And I lost 4 out of 5 this week. So, I sit there and then try to pretend like I don't care, but you do. It kind of hits you.
Well, that sucks.
It sours the week a little. It sours the week.
It does, and I hate feeling like that. Like, what a douchebag. Like, I'm going to be all grumpy. Because
it's so true.
You shake it off by the 4 o'clock games. I'm like, whatever. All right, let's have some fun. Take the dog out, de-stress, whatever, man.
Are you good by the it takes me till Tuesday. I can't shake it off till Tuesday. So.
Sometimes I might not watch TV on Tuesday because I'm
right. That's right. Fuck yeah.
Don't want to see the sports updates.
I don't want to know.
Fuckers.
But for real, I really enjoyed watching Caleb again. I do have him on one team, and it's fun watching, a rookie making the progression that he's making, and he's already bossing people around the locker rooms. And he once again multiple touchdowns this week. He had 4, threw for 226 modest, but the 4 touchdowns is huge. And I can't help to think, but as the curse, finally lifted in Chicago with the QBs, and maybe this is their guy for the future. At first it was rough. He had a rough start.
Right. That's an organization that has been starving for a quarterback for quite some time, and they may have found one, as has Washington in the same vein, man. I got to tell you, I am a Cowboys fan, as everybody knows who watches the show, but above that, I'm a sports fan. I'm a football fan. I love watching, even rivals play well when they do talent. I appreciate talent, and I'm a huge Jaden Daniels fan. I love the kid. And I consider it a privilege right now, this era that we're watching. I can, the Jordan Loves and the fucking, the Caleb's and the fucking Jaden Daniels, man, and the Josh Allens and Lamar Jackson, and just
fun, man.
What a fantastic time to watch these guys play at the quarterback position, man. It's a golden era.
Well, this is fucking tits, bro.
Absolutely. Yeah. Speaking of quarterbacks, one thing I learned about a quarterback that I'm not too happy about is Kyler being a fraud. I'm pretty sure he's, frustrating everybody. I ended up dropping him in one league. Lower scoring, league like that. And if he's scoring 4 or 5, you know what I mean? He's double digits twice this year. So
he's a hit or miss guy. He's definitely fallen off of the radar a little bit, man. And I got to tell you, the fucking The Anthony Richardson situation, it's almost like he's the opposite of what we're talking about with the Daniels and the Calebs. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
And Jay loves him, right?
yeah, right. Don't you love Anthony Richardson, Jay?
I love him so much I dropped him probably 3 weeks ago.
Fuck that guy, man. It was baller.
Right
Well, Kyler's joining him in Waiverland.
Fucker.
I learned that I won a hat this week.
Yeah, you did, you son of a bitch.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I got you.
Kind of segue into
Yeah, for those keeping score at home, I am a Cowboys fan, and Mr. J is a Lions fan. We bet a hat on the game this past week. Last year, we bet a jersey, and I got to say, he set the bar high because he got me a pretty badass signed jersey, so I got to get him.
oh, yeah. So
I will find you a very nice hat, my friend, I promise you. So, yeah.
And I'm hoping that I learned one more thing. I need to learn this right now. Does a hat constitute a helmet?
Helmet, absolutely. Helmets are hats. You put them on your head, right? Hey, for that matter, I'm just gonna send you over a fucking Detroit condom. If helmets count, helmets count. God damn it, right?
I didn't specify. You gave me the genie rule, man. You got me. You got me with the genie rule. Unspecified.
These are the largest condoms you've got.
One more thing, being biased.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Patriots. It was fun actually watching a Patriots game for the first time all year. And Drake May, he might be that guy. He might be him. As the youngins say that, this day and age. In fact, he tied a record with an old Detroit Lion from 1947, a Mr. Clyde LaForce, for throwing 3 touchdowns in the premier, very first game.
Whoa.
As a quarterback. So 3 touchies. Wow. I mean, and they played Jacksonville this week. So I mean, hey, there's your waiver wire guy possibly. If you are struggling or on a bye week, you got Dak maybe on a bye or something.
Oh, the creamy, delicious horror.
Fuck yeah.
Take a chance, maybe a Drake. Everybody's killing them, and they're overseas in London. So
Bean with the fucking info pool. I love you, Bean. You always got the good nuggets, man.
He's good. He's good at what he does.
God damn it. Bean brings good nuggets to the show every week. I love you, sir.
I guess I got to say, as being married into a Lions fan as well, and obviously our co-host is a Lions super fan. The Lions are for real. I think they are obviously legit real. For real. Yeah. It's the Hutch thing sucks. For a pass rusher,
I hate the Hutch thing so much, man.
You think they trade for anybody?
I think they do. I think they do, and they need
maybe get a Crosby or something.
If they could get a Crosby, holy shit, that'd be amazing.
I just realized I said pass rush twice without talking like Collinsworth or Brady when they say pass rush, pass. I said
pass rush.
Trying to hold up against those pass rushers, and good pass rusher.
My name's Chris Collinsworth.
I can do it. See, I knew I could do it. Here's a guy who fucking stutters.
Dude, I tell you, not only did Detroit win that game, that was a thorough ass whipping. I mean, that was just a statement. Dude,
it was like what a cat would normally do with their prey.
What a difference a coach makes, too, by the way. I got to say it. I'm just, for the record, I think McCarthy's an awful, awful coach. I think he's so predictable. He's a fucking dipshit. I remember a few years ago when they did the Hard Knocks on the Cowboys, he had that moment where he played the Austin Powers music. I don't know if you guys watched it, but he called it like the Mojo moment. And, dude, a bunch of 18-year-old kids, they don't know who the fuck Austin Powers is.
Yeah.
Talk about missing, this fucking guy, dude. I swear to
Well, that's what I was talking about, man. The Lions went in there and did what an actual cat would do. They beat the hell out of it, and they played with them for the last quarter by putting their linemen out.
Well, and they did.
Still needed a touchy.
They put a master class on what a good coach can do versus what a terrible coach can do. I mean,
and that, sir, is an idiot.
Honestly, for all kidding aside, Dallas is a better team than what they should be talent wise. Than what you're seeing out there.
Oh yeah.
Where do you put the blame when the failures continue to pile up?
Oh, it's McCarthy.
That's
all
right.
day.
That's right.
All day.
Yeah,
and Jerry
Jones.
That's what I learned last week was that the Cowboys are not for real.
There's been a fraud perpetrated here tonight.
They are
and
anything
I hope he enjoyed his birthday.
We do got to talk a little bit about it. It's been a pretty interesting week as far as some players jumping around. Man, what do you think about some of these moves that went down? It looks like Devontae found a new home. with an old pal. What do you guys think of that move, first of all?
I think it's a good one. I think that Adams going back, I think both of them are hyped up. I just hope they're not too hyped up. It sounds like he's going to play this week. Adams is going to go ahead and play.
Yeah.
I don't think there's going to be Mike Williams is going to be gone. He's done.
They might even trade him or try to.
Get the fuck out!
I honestly think it's going to help Wilson a lot more in the long run because he does not play against the top cornerbacks anymore.
Right.
They're going to be on Devontae, so they might do something.
If you're a guy that has been stashing Devontae like I have in a couple of leagues, you're definitely glad to see the upgrade in quarterback play at least. So that'll be.
Oh, you're in a better spot.
Yeah. Fuck, it'll be nice to see him on the field even. You know what I mean? I got a feeling that hamstring is magically better, you know?
Just like that. All it took was flying to New York, and all of a sudden it mended itself. It's amazing.
Right. That plane ride to fucking injury freeness, you know what I mean? Fucking
yeah, he called Ray Lewis and got some of that buck antlers.
That salve, yeah, fucking man.
Yeah.
As a Cowboys fan, I thought when they let Amari Cooper get out of town, I thought it was a terrible mistake, and I believe I've been proven to be completely correct on that time and time again. And now that's Buffalo's gold, man. I think that was a great move for Buffalo, in my opinion.
Dare I say that might even be like a Super Bowl decision right there. That could get him there.
Bold men make bold statements.
That could be the one thing they were missing. The number one, he lost the diva to Houston, and he wasn't even playing that well at the end of the year, and that's kind of why they coasted into the playoffs. He was a little banged up, and the kryptonite once again. Chiefs beat him, but I think this could get him over it. I really do.
You heard it here first, folks.
I'm right there with you, man. I think. When I saw that headline, I looked at Scully. Everybody knows Scully's a big Josh Allen fan, and I was like, "Yeah, your boy just got a gift. Your boy just got a big ass gift."
Yeah, Cooper's going to be good there, man.
Have you been taking a gander at the waiver wires out there in the fantasy universe, man? Who are some players that are not owned often enough out there in fantasy land, my brother?
Let me get my pen.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, every week it's the same thing, right? Injuries happen, bye weeks happen, fake hamstring injuries happen. There's not much out there. Start from the top. I'll just go QBs. Honestly, with Flacco getting swept out, with that situation, maybe Drake May, like I said earlier, was high on him. He's probably not rostered in your bigger, leagues that you only maybe have one or two QB. The super flex he might be taken, but I think that's a great opportunity against that secondary. Again, that's just. I mean, it's going to be more of a fun game now with May out there, but Jacksonville, and that's who we send to London, New England, and Jacksonville, like 1 versus 5, 1-5 versus 1-5. I mean, can the loser just stay there? You just don't even come back. You better win your ass back to the U.S. That's just gross.
England might consider this an act of war. I mean,
it's the worst thing since the Revolutionary.
Right, I know. We've declared war with this. Yeah.
Sorry, Canada pipes in. Sorry.
Yeah, right.
Shitty matchup.
What did we do to you?
It really is crazy.
But no, I mean, for him, yeah. I mean, he might be I mean, he's definitely playable. What am I talking about? He's definitely playable this
great
week.
Matchup, yeah. Sure.
There's probably not a lot of QBs out there. The running backs, same kind of situation. You got to monitor Mason and San Fran. That Guerrero guy came in and had like 90 something yards. He's a home run if Mason's out, but apparently Mason's practiced 2 days in a row. So we'll see.
Right.
He's still questionable. Ray Davis in Buffalo had a huge game, but again, Cook will probably be back. There's three guys there, so then it's a coin flip. That's not a fun situation, but it's maybe someone to pick up and stash if you just have the room for it.
Save that for later.
Cam Akers actually did get traded to the Vikings, but I don't know the severity of Aaron Jones. They're saying he's okay, but then yet they're making moves. Like that's a weird trade if he's okay. So
that doesn't sound right, but okay.
Mixed signals for sure.
Yeah, and Alexander Madison I have on my list. I picked him up in the league last week, but if he's still there, I mean, he's definitely the number one now in Vegas.
And without question.
You don't maybe love it, but he's someone just there to stash.
Well,
injuries happen. He might get better. You never know.
Volume alone. I mean,
exactly pure volume. He's getting double digits, and he's found the end zone 3 or 4 times. So I mean, not terrible.
Hey, you could do worse.
Fuck yeah.
The wide receivers I saw, if Juju was out there, he obviously had a big game. You don't always love chasing points.
I chased him in a couple of leagues.
Number one. Yeah.
I think it's stalking.
I saw Dobbs in a few leagues because that whole situation with Wicks came in. But there's so many weapons in Green Bay. It's tough. Every week, the last 3 weeks, there's been one player that's gotten 2 touchdowns, and it switched in all 3 weeks. It alternated.
Right.
So it like trying to pick that. It's tough. He's playable again. Flex or whatever, but that can be stressful because you might get 2 catches. Everybody's back. They're all healthy again, so that's a tough situation.
And it's a monster offense right now.
Yeah, exactly. For the New England, DeMarco Douglas, he had a huge game with May out there. Is that going to happen every week? Don't know. There's not a lot of weapons there, and he was their number 1 guy. So
it's clearly
not a bad pickup.
Connection and growth. It's a connection to keep an eye on.
Exactly. Yeah. Especially this week. Like I said, this could be. I mean, he could throw 2 or 3 more touches. So
if you're in need of some spot filling,
Giggity.
Yeah, the last spot I'll do is tight end. Zach Ertz was high. Again, tight ends is a weird situation this year. I'm sure there's other guys out there, but it's you're just hoping you get double-digit points from these guys because it's just not a strong.
Weak. He's weak. Weak.
Yeah, defense. I guess if the Broncos are out there, they got a good situation against New Orleans with the Rattler kid again. Olave is all banged up. He's not going to play. I mean, it's a Thursday night game, so he's not going to play. So I think they're a good stream. Maybe the Colts for the Dolphins because the Dolphins without Tua. It's been
shit.
Pua. No, it's just been gross. It's
Pua without Tua. I love it. Yeah, man.
Pua without Tua.
That should be a T-shirt.
Yeah, that's it.
I like it. Yeah, I love the Colt suggestion as a defense. I love the Broncos suggestion. And dude, I gotta ask. I see a lot of things that are continue to kind of push the Eagles out there every week as a suggestion. And a lot of things do again this week with them playing the Giants. And I continue to resist it because the Eagles don't play good defense yet. I mean, even in some pretty amazing matchups. So in the Eagles versus the Giants, is that a defense you would feel comfortable streaming in that matchup?
Fuck no.
No, not especially if Neighbors is back,
No,
I don't like that.
I'm afraid he's back.
Yeah, same.
Great point. Right. Yeah. All right.
They've got 2 great running backs now with Neighbor. I mean, they're playing. Daniel Jones is even playing well, dare I say.
It could mean the end of the world.
Yeah, right.
I don't like that at all.
That's how you know the world is upside down. Daniel Jones, Sam Darnold.
The Bengals are 2-5 now.
Yeah, holy shit balls. It's a crazy goddamn season. I'll tell you that.
Makes sense.
Fuck.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Off of what Bean just said with his awesome analysis on who to pick up off the waivers and everything, I got a few people that you may be able to drop that.
Yeah, give it to me, man. Who are people holding on to too long?
I've got 3 of them that are definitely going to go. Calvin Ridley's gone. You can drop him.
Get rid of him.
He hasn't done anything for me. I feel like my team is good enough that I can just let him go. Also, Singletary from the Giants. Tracy has been out there running like he is escaping a Diddy freak party. Awesome.
No doubt about it.
What the hell is going to go on there?
Dude, I tell you, I got to jump on that with you too, man. What is the situation in the Giants backfield, man? Everyone was so high on Singletary, and then it just off the cliff it went, man. And here comes this kid.
Last week was the beginning of the switch where it's going to end up being a committee, but I think Tracy's going to get a little bit of it because he's a little bit explosive.
Maybe he's just this much better.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's dynamic. I agree.
Somebody else I actually dropped Zach Moss. I mean, Moss had to go with Chris Brown doing his thing.
I went in heavy on Zach Moss on a couple of leagues this year, and I did drop him in 2.
I know I kind of did too. He's got to go though.
Sometimes you're forced into roster moves you don't love, but
exactly.
It is what it is, man. You got to get them W's.
Have to do it like this.
Well, and I'm definitely a team that's trying to stay in the playoff hunt and hope Christian McCaffrey comes in right around that time
to swoop in and save the day.
There was another defense out there that I was thinking maybe we should mention was a startable defense. What was that again?
Well, just off the top of the head, anybody that plays the Cardinals maybe might be a good choice.
Exactly. That's exactly this. The Chargers.
I believe it's Chargers this week.
Yes, sir. You got it. Look, nailed it. Great minds. The great minds think
Go blue. Michigan.
That's exactly right. Yeah, I do believe the Chargers are startable against. And on that note, we talked a little bit about Kyler Murray Is he outside of a super flex? Is he still someone on your roster?
I don't like it.
Fuck no.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'd say it's time for
You
him.
know,
to
Marvin
go.
Harrison's probably not playing as well. So, you know, one of his top targets. McBride had a good game, and he's obviously going to be probably the number one. But no, I don't like it, man.
All right, well, let's jump into a couple of the games this week. We, of course, won't make everybody listen to our thoughts on every one of them because, let's be honest, some of them are not worth mentioning.
Thursday night's a great one.
Yeah.
Hard pass.
What happened there? Like, what is going on there, man? Don't get me started. And then again, we're treated to the game early morning in London. That is almost an offense to do to the poor English people that I call friends.
Sorry about that, old chap. Sorry. Sorry.
We talked about that game a little bit enough already, even. So let's go ahead and skip over and let's get right into the Lions-Vikings game, guys.
Oh.
And let's
foreplay.
Lube it up.
I got the Vikings.
Give it to me.
Start from the QB. Yeah, Darnold, obviously. You can still go with him. It should be a shootout. You know, both really good defenses, honestly, but both really good offenses. So that usually means, you know, points.
Points.
Yeah, Jefferson, obviously. I mean, he could even be wide receiver 1 this week. I don't know. He's top 3 for sure.
Top 3.
So you're obviously starting him. They're clicking.
Yeah.
He's throwing it to him if he double cover. It doesn't matter. He's hucking it up there. It's just awesome. It's like watching old Randy back there.
He reminds me a little bit of Megatron sometimes, man.
That too, because he's just so, you know, just tall and wingspan and jumps. And just one-on-one's tough.
Loving it.
The running back situation, we talked a little bit about that earlier. The Aaron Jones questionable, Cam just coming over, learning the system, Ty, and against the third ranked rushing defense. So you can punt on any of those guys. Not a big fan of those guys this week. Addison maybe in a, you know, as a RB, a wide receiver 2 or 3, maybe flex.
Yeah,
don't love it.
I like him
again.
WR3 flex area for sure.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Exactly. Not much else on the offense that I'd start. The defense, I don't love it, but they're startable. I mean, they still get their sacks. You know, sometimes, you know, Goff can be Goff. You know,
that's right. That's right.
So
1,000%.
It's gonna happen. Whatever.
You maybe could do better on defense, but I wouldn't be terrified of throwing them out there. That's for sure.
No. You know, like I said, I wouldn't love it, but they could still get you 8 to 10 points. You know, sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah.
And shit, nowadays when defenses don't take you backwards, you're happy.
Right, you're just happy. Yeah, exactly. I got 4.
Yeah, I had a couple defenses throw some negative numbers on me this year. You
2 or 3 times. Yeah, same here. 2 or 3 times this year. Negative.
And some good, and what I thought were good matchups.
Good plays. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And on that note, fuck the Eagles. Again, I say fuck the Eagles, but you know, I see Eagles listed as 5 and even top 5 defense against this week against the Giants. I just don't see it. I'm going to go on the Fantasy Football Factory does not endorse the Eagles defense as high as many other shows out there do right now. So we'll see, and if they prove us wrong. So, well, I guess that means what did you say? Were you done with the Vikings there, Mr. Bean?
Yeah. Yes, I'm done.
Oh, well, let's gloat on your Lions a little bit there for me. There.
Here we go. There's not really much to say that we don't already know right now. It's already real. It was horrible that Hutchinson left.
I hate that so much. I hate that.
I hate
such a young star and a stud, man. I hate to see those guys.
Man, and as much as I dislike the Cowboys, I would have given up that win for him not to get hurt. But, you know, that's nor here nor there. We're looking at his pathetic right now from frickin' the Jets, talking to him right now, hoping to get somebody to fill it up.
It was ugly. That was an ugly fucking.
Yeah, the ugly one.
That was an ugly.
But as far as starting it, I would start everybody. And if anything shows, you could start Sewell, Skipper as wide receiver. If you can.
Yeah,
you
right.
Can do all that.
Dude, I'm starting the offensive coordinators in this game. You know what I'm saying?
They are dying for Skipper to get a touchdown. Man.
Yeah, no
I
shit.
Jerry Jones might have come in and become a cheerleader for us. I don't know.
That's good shit, man. Yeah, I say everybody too, man. I like this game a lot. This is going to be definitely be a fun game to watch. One of the highlights of the weekend. All right, so let's move over. We got to talk a little bit about Buffalo and Tennessee, right?
No.
Yeah, just a little.
Did we
bit.
skip that one?
Yeah, we can.
No, we didn't.
We're doing that one, right?
Yeah, we're doing that. Yeah,
All right.
Buffalo.
All right, sorry, I'll set it up again. I don't have that in front of me. So if I mention a game that we're not doing, just say skip it and we'll pass it. But let me settle the Titan Bills again. Well, fuck yeah, man. That is going to be a barn burner, baby. So get lots of good treats and eats for that game, man. It's a starter, early gamer. So, well, let's go on over and check out some Tennessee Buffalo matchup, man. Who's going to talk to me a little bit about some Titans?
I will. I got Titans. I mean,
give it
there's
to
not
me.
too much to talk about unless you got Will Levis. He's not doing anything. He's lost out there. He's just chucking praying. And like I said, I just dropped Calvin Ridley. I'm done with him. The only guy that you could possibly think about if you need to, I mean, you can go with Pollard maybe. Pollard's the one that I would go with, and I'm just making it short and sweet right here. That's all I got for the Titans.
Yeah, I actually 100% agree. Yeah. But I do think Pollard is startable this week. I do think so. But yeah, I like it. Them Titans, man, not what was advertised. The Calvin Ridley situation is extremely disappointing. I can't even figure it out. And Will Levis, man, you know, Brooke Shields once said nothing comes between her and her Levi's. And let me tell you something, a lot of things come between this guy and the fucking football. You know what I mean? Because this fucking guy can't hold the shit football for shit. But all right, only people 700 years old will get that joke. Talk to me about Buffalo, Bean.
You know, sadly, it's not a lot better there. Obviously, they have Josh Allen. I mean, he's awesome. But it's just a strange situation where he's just thrown to too many guys. You know, we talked about the running back situation there. If Cook plays, obviously he's the guy. He's the number one. If he's probably not going to play a full game, maybe 40-50% of the snaps. So again, it's a tough choice between the three running backs there. Don't love it. The Kincaid's been okay. Again, the tight ends, it is what it is. You're rolling them out there. If you got them, you probably don't have many other choices. And you got to play him with Allen throwing the ball. Yeah. Shakir, I like, but he's still banged up as well.
Right.
So
he'll be out there, but he's banged up.
He's throwing the balls. There's no lock there. And obviously now with Cooper, he's learning the system. He's got to learn the verbiage, the new playbook. But if they get down into the red zone, they're going to have Cooper in there. They're going to have some plays specifically set up for him. I mean, again, but he's not going to play, the whole game most likely. But if you have him, you're loving playing him this week rather than Deshaun throwing the ball, right?
Prop bet Cooper score a touchdown this week.
I like it.
I do too.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think he'll get some red zone. Yeah, for sure.
I do too.
I think they'll try to get it to him, right? Prove a point.
Right.
Say, hey, here's our guy. Here's showcase.
Our shiny new guy. Right. Exactly.
My toy. Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot, man. I fucking am big on that. I totally agree. You say Buffalo Bills, you think, oh, I'm about to say 35 names but then when you put the microscope on it, it really is not that situation as it usually is, And I, as a James Cook owner, I feel like I'm struggling to maybe put him out there this week. So
yeah,
it's a tough one.
Yeah, man, I'm going to be fishing the wire and hoping I can do something better than Cook in that matchup. All right, I like it. Well, and of course, also the Dolphins and Colts are playing. You can look up those players on your own time. We wouldn't do that. We wouldn't be so mean as to do that to you people out there. So how about we let's talk about Seahawks and Falcons? That sounds like a lot more fun to me, man. Who's talking to me about some Seahawks today, guys?
I got you with some Seahawks. I mean, last week they lost 30-24, so we're 36-24. I'm sorry. The Walker had 14 for 32 yards, 1 TD. He still looks good. Lockett, Yeah, he had a good game. He had 65 yards, 4 receptions, a touchdown, but he's still one of those guys. He's the same guy he's always been. You just don't know.
Right. You don't know. You
Who
don't
they're
know.
going to go with.
He's either going to blow up. He's Deshaun Jackson is who he is. He's either going to blow up with a big game or he's going to have nothing.
Yep, that's exactly how he is. So, I mean, play him at your own risk. It's up to you. I mean, Gino, I don't know. I need to see a couple more. I still have him on my team. I'm going to hang on to him for a little bit. I need to see a little bit more, see what happens. But
the Falcons can be got through the air. So
right. Exactly. So, I mean, this week, definitely you can start Walker. Go with Walker. And
if I may, on Walker, I might be of the mindset at this point that Walker is matchup proof. Are we not in agreement?
I agree.
On that? Yeah.
Yes, that's why I said that. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could pretty much start him again.
Yeah, I think he's in that group of starters. If he's healthy, he's matchup proof now for sure.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a beast. And again, like I said, Gino, I don't know if you want to start him or not.
Metcalf?
That's what I was about to say. It's like JS what the fuck's his name? Jackson Smith and Jigba or Metcalf. It's like pick your poison. It's one actually with all three of them. It's like with the Lockett thing. It just makes it's a crapshoot, man. Good luck. I'm scared of all of them, even though DK's a monster.
I think Metcalf is the most sure of the three, to be honest. But I agree with you though. He has a way of disappearing as well on occasion. So there you go. I like it. What about, would you throw the Seahawks defense out there against the Falcons there?
It's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a close game, but no, not the way. I don't think I'd do it. I don't trust it with Bijan coming on last week, Drake London and Cousins coming on. I don't know. I wouldn't trust it too much. They don't really have too much of a pass rush, and I think Cousins gets ball out too quick.
Well, and speaking of Cousins and those Falcons, what are we looking at, Mr. Bean?
Oh, green light, man. Yeah, he's at home. Yeah, Cousins, that's in a dome. That's where he's the man.
What a difference.
Dominator. Yeah.
Statistically proven out time and time again.
Yeah, he does. He just plays so much better inside. Most do. I mean, let's be real. Can you imagine if Tom Brady played in a dome missile? I mean, it is what it is.
No kidding. Yeah.
Sorry, had to bring that up. But anyway, yeah. Falcons. I mean, green light them pretty much everybody.
I completely agree.
I mean, London's coming on huge. Even Pitts, I think he only had 3 catches. Yeah, I know he had 70 yards. I think it was 3 catches last week. But again, tight end situation. Yeah, I mean, indoors, you got to start them if you have them. I mean, you invested that pick. So
I do believe we are going to see Cousins bring Kyle Pitts back from the dead. I think that's what's happening.
I hope so. Yeah.
I know he's limited and it's not happening all at once and maybe as quickly as some people would like for it to be happening, but I think that is happening. And towards the end of the year, Pitts is going to be a weapon in that offense. So
I say he ends up a top 10 tight end at least.
Nice.
Much better than last year.
Yeah, 1,000%. And Cousins is a guy who will get something out of his tight end. You know what I mean?
Right. He loves his time.
mean, his wife is beautiful. I mean, moving on. My apologies.
Bijan, obviously, you're going. Even though Algier's stealing a lot of his thunder, you got to start him, right?
Yeah.
And Darnell Mooney in a maybe a flex option, wide receiver 3. But start him this week.
I love Mooney in the 3 or flex, and honestly, Bijan Robinson. You've invested draft capital in this kid. So you are in the position where you have to roll them out there. I mean, that's how it works sometimes for you in the fantasy game, because God forbid the day you sit him is the day he makes his.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened to me last week.
Oh yeah, there you go. It happens. It happens. Some of these things are cliches because they fucking happen. And did you say you would not start the Falcons defense, correct?
No, not at all.
No. Agreed. Nah, fuck this out. Fuck the Falcons defense. See? All right. There you go.
I'm saying.
Yeah, see?
Wise guy.
Yeah, fucking wise guy. All right. Well, then let's go to another game that I'm really looking forward to, man. And that is going to feature some really good young quarterbacks in this league. And that's Stroud and Love, man. Somebody talk to me about the Houston Texans a little bit.
Well, last week was a big win, man. 41-21. Stroud went 20 for 31, 92 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. I made the mistake of not starting Mixon last week. I paralysis by analysis.
Indeed.
I started the wrong guy, man. I was like, man, maybe Mixon needs one more week. I was wrong. Start Mixon.
It happens to the best of us. And to you too.
13 for 102 yards and 1 touchdown. I mean, he's amazing. He's one of those, if he's there, I now know you have to start him. Diggs, 6 receptions.
And healthy.
Yards.
Healthy. Diggs is healthy. That's the key there, you know.
1 touchdown, and then there's enough to go around with Stroud, and he will pass it around. Tank Dell, 7 receptions for 57 yards and a touchdown. Right. So this is going to be another barn burner and a fantasy friendly game. So enjoy yourself, pick wisely, and I hope helped you out.
I love it, man. Yeah, right up and including Kiami Fairbairn, if I didn't torture his names. You know, that dude is outscoring a lot of star players at other positions right now in the kicking position. So throw his ass out there too. And again, another game. I'm probably not throwing Houston's defense out there this week.
No.
But who is healthy in the wide receiver game? I mean, I know you got Diggs will be out there. You got fucking Collins this week, right?
No, Nico's still out. He's still out.
No, yeah. I mean, Dell.
Thank you.
Yep. Excuse me.
Dell's out there.
So you got Diggs and you got Dell. Collins is fucked up, right? So
yeah, he's
And did you mention the tight end as well, right?
Actually, I didn't. Schultz. I mean, he might have a pretty good game. I mean, I slacked. I didn't really look into Schultz. Just going off with his wide receivers right now.
Yeah,
it's hard to fall too much in love with Schultz because of exactly that. Stroud is feasting with his receivers, but the Packers are prone to tight end touchdowns. So maybe Schultz is somebody to keep an eye on.
That could be the one
this week. So keep an eye on that. All right. What about them Packers, my friend?
Wow. Yeah, not as many on that side for sure. And for such a talented team, it's weird to say, but Jordan Love obviously has been rock and rolling. Threw for another 250 last week. He had 4 touchies. Josh Jacobs, you're starting at one of those situations where it's the running backs, it's not as deep this year as it has been. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter what the matchup is. I think he's a must start.
Right.
And that's where it gets tricky, between starting maybe Dobbs or Kraft at tight end. There's just so many, Reed's the number 1 guy. You definitely starting him, but I'm talking, second guys I'm not in love with. I know everybody gets a touchdown. So it's hard to, last week it was such a high scoring game, but like we said earlier, it's been one guy pretty much that kills it, and then the other 2 were just like, so besides Reed, it's tough to start anyone.
Right.
And again, the defense, you're not going to start.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a high scoring event. I mean, Green Bay does have their moments. They have, they get the pick 6, they get to the quarterback, but the more points you're giving up, it's tougher, and I don't love it. I think there might be better options.
1,000% even. Yeah. I agree with you across the board on that one even, man. And on that note, even, would we consider Stroud and Love also, are these guys bona fide match proof at this point? I would venture to say that both are.
I
both
agree.
Those guys, yeah.
I like that. I mean, I'd even go so far to say that could be the next, maybe Braden Manning situation.
Yeah.
It could be. They're going to see each other a lot. I mean,
These guys, these
Young
guys
guys-
got bright futures.
it's a new era, man. These young bucks are coming up, and they're exciting, man. I like it. I like what's going on.
I love it. I love it. Perfect. That's a perfect spot for me to say, what the hell are you doing, woman?
I was like, what the fuck
Huh?
did you just laugh at?
No, you're good. But I was like, what are you doing?
I was trying to get Guy a bong hit before you leave.
Oh, yeah, cool. You can do a bong hit, guy. Here, you can take that. Here, just bring it back when you're done. I was like, Kelly was like crawling around my seat and shit. I was like, what the fuck is she doing? Oh no, you're cool. Yeah, you can do the bong hit out there though. Oh no, you're good. We were just finishing that game. We're moving on to the next one. Oh, are you leaving, Kai? Well, then good. Come say bye to me real quick. Kai, come say bye to me before you do your bong hit, so because I'm going to be in the middle of this. So I love you. Sorry, Kai's leaving you guys.
Oh, that's okay. I've got something to say to him. Hey,
I
Kai.
love you, Turkey. Look,
Hey, man. Sorry I beat you this week, brother.
He said he's sorry he beat you this week.
Yeah, that's what you get for starting Bucky Irvin against me, bitch.
He said that's what you get for starting Bucky Irvin. I love you, Turkey.
Take care, dude.
Back that had 2 legs and could run down the field.
He said he only had what?
I just needed a running back.
He needed a running back that had 2 legs to put on the field. Come here, show him your tattoo. Come here and show him your tattoo real quick. Look at this new tattoo, you guys, that he just got. Can you see that?
It's a tattoo of Bucky Irvin. I'm going to be pissed.
It's fucking
Oh
Danny
my God.
DeVito from It's
Danny
Always
Oh my
Sunny in
God.
Philadelphia.
That's fucking amazing.
It's awesome, right?
That's awesome.
I love it. Show him the one you got last week real quick, too. Look, he's gotten 2 tattoos in the last couple of weeks. He just got this one, too.
Hell yeah. That's
Fuck
cool.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Sam from Trick or Treat.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah, cool. When he got that one, I got my annoyed when he got that one.
Avoid that bitch.
All right, I love you guys. Get the fuck out so I can finish my show, you bitches. All right, I love you, Kai. Hey, drive safe, buddy, okay? Sneak my bong back in here when you're done so I can hit it when we're taking a break here or whatever. All right, love you, butthole. All right, we're doing
About done.
Bengals Browns next, or did we skip that one? No, yeah, we're doing that one, right?
Yep, that one. Yep.
And Eagles Giants.
Right, let me see.
Got to do that one, right?
Yeah, we got
we didn't do that one.
All right, we're skipping Eagles Giants. I don't think that's probably a problem.
49ers, KC after the Browns.
Yeah.
All right.
Steelers, Jets.
All right, cool.
Actually, we probably don't have to do the last one. Arizona versus the Chargers, honestly.
Yeah. I'm fine with.
Let's skip that. Let's end with Tampa Ravens. Yeah.
All right, let's do that. And of course, we'll mention that the Monday night game, but we don't have to dive into that one at all. We don't have to. We don't have to break down every fucking game. All right, so we'll do. I'm sorry.
Do we have to do Jets? Because we already talked about the Jets at the beginning.
We can skip Jets Steelers if you want.
Yeah, we can skip it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's cut it.
All right,
down.
so let's do.
The only thing I was going to say about that, but it doesn't really. It's not that big a deal. Is that coaches doing that competition again this week between Fields and Russ Wilson. Russ Wilson might even start. That's the only weird thing. But
right, we should
at least. He is starting, so I don't think
we don't have to do the game, but we can just maybe mention.
I'll tell you what. When we finish Chiefs Niners, I will say moving on, and if you don't mind, Bean, you pop in with.
Okay.
We don't need to dig into the Jets Steelers game, but it is worth keeping an eye on the quarterback situation in Pittsburgh. How about that?
Okay,
yep.
That's good.
Then we'll move right into the Ravens Bucks.
Tampa Ravens.
All right. So, and we're not doing Raiders Rams, right? No Raiders Rams.
Nope.
No Eagles Giants.
Nope.
No Panthers Commanders.
Nope.
Nope.
All right. So we're going to do Bengals Browns, Chiefs Niners. The one in the shout out about the Jets, Ravens Bucks, and then FanDuel shit.
Yep.
All right.
I got DK.
All right. Let's do it then. You ready?
Let's roll.
Ready,
All right.
ready.
So we just came out of Texans Packers, right?
Yep.
All right. Here we go. And that'll be how the Texans fucking pack her in there, man, right there. So fucking I hate to miss an opportunity for a Packer joke. Anyhow, let's go see some speaking of Packers and missing an opportunity at a fucking Browns joke. How about the Browns Bengals, man? What the fuck? A matchup for the ages, right?
I got a Nick Chubb just thinking about that, man. That's crazy.
Wow.
Nicely done.
I mean, you said
Nicely
Browns and packing and
yeah, right. Oh, good grief. Somebody break down the Browns for me.
Do I have to? That was it. Nick Chubb. That's it.
There you go.
That's it. And off to the Bengals. Nick Chubb. I mean, I guess that's news, right? Nick Chubb's supposed to make his, premiere after what the horrible, injury he had last year. I'm rooting for the guy. I mean, that's awesome that he's back and go for it, man. The situations there's tough, losing their top receiver, the quarterback situation, the rapist. He's horrible person, and I don't
horrible.
I care that he's awful. You know?
That's right. Irredeemably awful. Irredeemably awful. And every
you're not starting. Yeah,
that brings me to my next question for you, Bean. I mean, I know we hate the guy that we really hate that. The massage dude, whatever he does.
Right.
People and
the
whatever.
Dude that can't put his fucking pecker away for a massage, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, the guy that obviously did it. I mean, I'm not going to say anything. I mean, everybody's innocent until proven guilty, but you're guilty.
Right, the dude did it. 26 people.
What about Njoku? I mean, he's got the talent.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be able to start him, but then
that's
the problem
with
Njoku, you have that slime connected to him that has to get the ball to him. So
right, exactly.
Yeah,
it's a conundrum.
And now that Cooper's gone, a bleak situation has become so much more bleak.
Yeah, Njoku is the number one there right now.
Yeah, you're right. You may absolutely.
Because Judy's the only other receiver worth playing, and he's been awful this year. So it's tough.
So, would you feel Judy this week specifically? Would you consider throwing Judy out there in a deep league or not even in a flex?
Yeah, if super flex, maybe a second flex spot if you had to. But no, I'm not loving that at all. Yeah, not at all.
Nice.
No.
Yeah, that's just a fucking dumpster fire over there, man.
Judy gets the top cornerback right now, so that's
right. Exactly. Yeah.
Right. That's fun. Right. That's not good. That's not good news for Judy. Well, what about the Browns defense in this one? Do you roll with them or? I mean, what's funny is that the terribleness of the offense seems to have taken the life out of the defense. It's funny how often you see that happen too, by the way, but
what preseason they were like a top 5, maybe even top 4, ranking
extremely coveted.
They were really good last year.
Yeah,
they
absolutely.
scored tons of points, especially for fantasy. They were awesome. And this year it's no.
Forget it.
You're right. The offense being out there so short is just killing them.
Yeah.
Garrett's not getting the pressure. He's not himself. There's something going on with the whole system.
If you put your defense out there 42 minutes a week, I mean,
you run out of gas, right?
It's a bad thing, bro.
I'm gonna say no. Don't start them.
Yeah, right.
Drop them.
Exactly. No longer rosterable, even, which is quite a thing to say considering they were coveted preseason.
Yeah.
So. All right. Well, what about them Bengals? What about them Bang Cats, baby?
Man, I'm going to make it quick and simple for you. You pretty much start everybody on the offensive ball. You're not going to do
I like it.
I mean, start that defense too. Start the defense. You start offense, defense. The only one. And if you need to make a choice between the two running backs, I would say start both of them. Why not? Let's go.
It wouldn't shock me if both of them score.
It could be a 60-40 split or a 70-30 split. You don't know, but I think Chase Brown's going to have a little bit of the lead in it because Zach Brown had that fumble last week that really kind of pissed the coaches off. But other than that, I think Cincy's freaking got this. Burrow is done with his little preseason and the regular season situation, and he is honed in. You just start him with confidence, guys.
Yeah. Completely agreed, man. Including Evan McPherson and
Oh, yeah.
again, I love the Bengals defense this week. Watson is getting
Start the ball
sacked.
boy, too.
Yeah, I mean,
Ball boy might get out there and get some playing time. You never know,
man, dude.
They're
I'm
gonna
telling. Watson is seeing more sacks than a fucking rookie porn star. So,
he's settled more cases in court than he has thrown touchdowns since he's been there.
Truly, that's a fucking fact, bro. How scary is that, man? All right, well, we'll skip over a few games because we don't want to break down the minutia for everybody. The Eagles-Giants should be a decent game. We'll let you guys work that one out. A quick note, obviously the Eagles are healthy again, so that's something that's good news for them, Devonta and AJ being back. I love that Neighbors looks like he's going to be back. Raiders, Rams. A depleted Raiders team looks even worse. Not a game that's probably lighting up anybody's radar there either. The Panthers-Commanders game, local game here, big for local talent. Again, Jaden Daniels should feast. Keep an eye out. If you got a stream of defense, I think you could do maybe throw Washington out there this week also. Something to look at. But let's talk about the Chiefs-Niners, man. Who's talking to me about some Kansas City Chiefs right about now, gentlemen?
Oh, fuck, that's me. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. All right, cut this in. 3, 2, 1. All right, KC, man, they're just coming off the bye, so they always do well. They're playing the 49ers. Personally, I can't stand KC. The only thing that's going to help them in this game is their zebra, comrades that are hanging out with them and take a little slide money to the side, which that's just my opinion, but everybody's
Hey, dude. The Chiefs have gotten some calls this year. I'm just going to say it, man. Let's be honest.
They're getting more
the
calls.
fucking Bengals game, dude, that was just a mugging in the end zone. But
it is, it's I don't even like talking about them, and I'm not even going to bring up the twig. But Kelsey might do all right. Kelsey might have a decent game, but I think
Kelsey does have a good game this week, honestly. Yeah, I
think the NFL wants KC to win, but I think the 49ers have them. And with that, go Bean.
Well, let me tell you real quick. On the Chiefs, I do think Kelsey has a good game this week. I think the Niners defense is not exactly what they were preseason, in my opinion, as well, man. I mean, they were coveted pretty highly for fantasy reasons, and they're not out there exactly killing it either. Right. They account for a few of the losses that have been hung on that team so far. So I do think that you're starting people on offense against the Niners with more abandon than maybe you thought you would have,
Right.
So go with your Chiefs. But talk to me about some Niners, Bean.
Yeah, Niners, Purdy, obviously, you're starting him if you have him. He's always in the 250, 300 range. He's throwing 2-3 touchdowns. He had 3 more last week. He's looking great, and he actually runs the ball. He doesn't get enough credit for the way he runs the ball and escapes, and he gets sneaky, just gets you 20, 30 yards. In a higher scoring leagues, that's 3 points right there.
Dude, he's got a high ceiling.
Love the kid, man. He does absolutely
a high floor. I mean, he's got a high floor.
He does have he's got both, right?
Yeah,
he's got a really nice high floor, and then he's got those games where he might throw for 5 touchies. And there's a lot of weapons there. Obviously McCaffrey's not there. We're monitoring the Mason situation. The running backs I don't love unless he starts because they're gonna spread it about around a lot if he's not there. Right. Debo, you're starting. Kittle, you're starting. Ayuk hasn't been awesome.
No,
but
crazy,
again,
right?
if the draft capital as you spoke about earlier, he's one of those guys you drafted pretty early. So it's if you don't put him in, what's going to happen, right?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
Yeah.
I look for Ayuk to get it done this weekend. Actually, man, I think Ayuk's
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. Yeah.
So yeah,
but defense versus KC, like you were saying, I don't love that either. I don't think KC is going to score a ton. Let's put it that way. And Bosa might get to him a few times, so
Right.
Don't love it, but
Right.
you might not have a better option.
Right. You might exactly have to roll them out there, but it just isn't that salivating, unit that you thought it was at one point. It's kind of crazy, but I am looking forward to that game, though. Going to be a hell of a game.
Yeah, awesome.
All right. Before we move on past that closes out the Chiefs 49ers there.
Steelers, Jets. We touched on the Jets. Obviously the situation with his shiny new toy, so that's going to be fun. The only thing I really wanted to say about that game is this: you got to watch. I don't know. This is another in-season quarterback competition. Is literally what I heard verbatim.
Literally.
They're 4-2. They just blew a team out last week. Hey, let's fucking roll with Russ Wilson instead. I don't. I mean, Tomlin's Tomlin. He never has a losing season. He's never won shit either. And no, he did.
That's right.
He got one. But I mean, he's been.
Right.
I don't know. I like the guy. He makes some weird choices. This is definitely one of them, man. I mean, if you ever watch the Steelers, he challenges the most ridiculous. Like, I don't know. He just makes weird. But he's an awesome locker room guy. He's an awesome coach. Don't get me wrong. But I don't understand this.
But he's also a fucking
Russ
weirdo.
Wilson, he is a little bit weird.
He's a weirdo. He is. I like the
it.
guy too. He's a great coach. I'm not trying to say he isn't, but he's a fucking weirdo. He makes some of the times he'll go on 4th and down on their own territory.
Exactly.
The fucking weird onside kicks every now and again. The fucking
he literally tripped a guy. Remember when he stuck his leg?
He tripped a player. He's a weirdo.
Can you imagine if Belichick did that?
And this is weird. This is weird to do with the quarterback position with a 4-2 team. It's weird.
Yeah, right in the middle of the season. I mean, I don't get it. He reminds me of an old boss I had. He's trying to fix what is not broken.
Exactly, man.
So just leave it alone.
Right. And I get it. I get it. Okay, Fields didn't blow the doors off of things last week necessarily, but is that where it is now? I mean, that's the bar. Like, either 6 touchdowns or sit the fuck down. I mean,
or it could be Tomlin wanting Wilson to get out there and be like, I hope he's going to get killed, and then here we go.
Yeah. I think Wilson might. I don't even know. I don't know if he has a higher ceiling. I mean,
he doesn't.
Because Fields can scramble, and the whole offensive coordinator did was make that team to support Fields, and now you're going to throw a drop back guy.
Yeah.
Literally weird, man. Just weird.
He's older. He can't scramble anymore.
No, exactly.
No, them days are long gone. These guys could not be more opposite of one another, right? At this point in their career.
Yeah, exactly.
It's ketchup and mustard.
Dude, it's crazy.
Field.
Well, I'm gonna relish watching it. So,
you're putting us in a pickle of a situation.
Oh, damn it, man!
Damn.
You say tomato, I say tomato. We're about to call the whole thing off. Well, yeah, there you go. That's the Jets Steelers. Something to keep an eye on, and of course, Devontae shiny new toy for Aaron Rodgers as well. Let's go. Somebody talk to me about some Ravens, if you don't mind.
They're good.
They are good. They're
pretty goddamn
good. Pretty goddamn good, don't they?
They run.
Yeah, they do that, man.
Run.
No matter who it is on that team, they run. They always have. They run.
Yeah.
Ray Rice, they run. Priest Holmes, they run. They run, man.
They run. It's like they watched that movie Get Out, because that's what they do. They just run
indeed.
Out of situations, and they pound the ball, man. I mean, you can start. Of course, you got to start Henry. You got to start Flowers. You got to start Jackson. All of them, you got to start. I mean, Andrews, he finally came back. I mean, we had an Andrews sighting. That was
a pulse.
Right. Nice.
He's alive.
I think we'll see more of them too. Honestly, I think that's more to come. I have a sneaky suspicion he was playing through some shit, physical something.
Yeah.
Because he was literally absent. Like, he just wasn't a part of the game plan. And now that he is, he's making plays, and it's so
I
I
think
think
they
there
were
was something going on there, but
Yeah, I think they were using him as a decoy for a little while to see what was going on. But I
working him
still
back
like
in.
Likely. I still like Likely. I mean, it's a good situation for Baltimore right now. They're a really good team, so we'll just see what happens this week. I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
I love Lamar this week, and I love Derrick Henry this week, man. I love.
Oh yeah, you got to.
Yep, big time. All right,
Yeah.
what about them Buccaneers on the other side?
Whew, man, same thing. Start them, right? I mean, talk about just clicking. That whole team is clicking.
So much
Yeah,
fun to
awesome.
watch. They are so much
Baker.
fun.
Baker killing it. The 1 year I don't have Baker in any league, every year I grab him just because I like the kid. I always grab him in the 1 year he just goes ape shit nuts. Yeah, there we go. I mean, he leads the league in touchdowns. Last week he killed me in one league. I had to play against him. 4 touchdowns, 325 yards. I mean, Godwin out. I mean, Godwin's back in the slot. Guess what he's doing? He's doing his job. I mean, they took him out of it last year for whatever fucking reason.
Another
he had 11
coaching
catches. Yeah, exactly. Coach is doing weird shit, right? The guy's a slot receiver. That's where you make his bread and butter. That's his bread and butter, man. And I got an idea.
Right.
Let's switch it up a little.
Right. Let's make a banana split out of a fucking apple.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Let's fix what's not broken.
Right. But go ahead, Bean. I'm sorry.
No, absolutely. No, Mike Evans, he doesn't have the Saints this week, so start him.
Yeah.
The running back situation, we touched a little bit on it, I think, earlier. It's another 3-way. Ooh, that sounds fun. White, get mind out of it. But White is a little banged up. Bucky's been running the hell of the ball, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this guy Tucker comes in, who was a rookie last year, didn't get much burn. Had some great shit going on in the preseason this year. But again, you got White, you got Bucky. I mean, he was there. He came out, caught that huge pass for 56 yards, touchdown. Ended up taking most of it because they were killing him. So they ended up, using him, and he had close to 100 yards on the ground. I mean, the guy was running. So it's like, did he just get more playing time? You can't really take Bucky out because he's been killing it. So here we go. They don't give a F about our fantasy team situation.
That is, again, it's a Belichick backfield, man.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely right.
It's a Belichick backfield. When you don't know that, when you sure as fuck know that by starting this guy, the other fucking guy's gonna go off. That's
this
a
guy who's had 3 snaps all year. Guess what? He's getting all the goal line carries this week, and he's getting 4 touchdowns. Right?
1000%, man. So goddamn true, dude. And I love watching Tampa Bay play football, man. I love watching Baker. They're fun. They're having a good time out there. Godwin in the slot, like you said, man, it's like, I don't understand why these coaches do, it's weird. You and I and Jay, granted, we are
fucking dummies, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we know what we're talking about.
Right, but
we get all the big bucks. We buy all these toys.
That's right. We would coach these teams better. I'm just saying.
So much better. So much better.
God damn it. Why would you try to make a fucking banana split out of an apple? I don't get it. It's just bizarre. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this game though, man. And it's going to be a great way to end the Sunday play of action. And then Monday night, we won't dive too deeply into it, man. The Chargers and Cardinals play again. Murray's a bit of a disappointment, honestly. I would throw probably Dobbins out there.
Of course, you got to start Dobbins. You can't do Kyler. You can't do Harrison. Not sure if he's playing. It's kind of a dull game.
Not exactly a game to salivate over for a Monday nighter, in my opinion.
Yeah, it might not be worth even.
That's it. That's
Get
it.
your Greg Dortch out there.
Yeah, Dortch the torch. Yeah. Torch it with the Dorchet. All right, well, that does bring us to one of my favorite segments of the show, which is the back end of it, of course. But I do like to talk about our dailies, man. I have a good time with this. And if you've been playing every week, you have won a couple dollars, not a bunch. No, but we're not claiming we've made anybody rich here, but we're taking you upwards. That's a good thing. So
I don't know. I won over 300% of what I bet last week.
Nice. Hey, fuck yeah, man. You got to like.
I mean, I bet 10 cents, but
hey, we like that you bet ballsy and bold. I like it. That's good.
Yeah,
stuff.
that's right.
So you did DraftKings, right, Jay? You did
Yes,
DraftKings?
sir.
Why don't you go first for me then, my friend?
All righty. Well, here I did I always do the Thursday through Monday. I do all the games, just to let you know.
Oh, right. That's a good thing. I'm glad you mentioned that. I did a Sunday special. So when we get to my lineup, I won't have Mondays. I won't have Thursdays. I won't even have Sunday night get players. My batch is purely 1 through 7 slot. So
Yeah, I like that wide spectrum.
yeah,
So
I dig it.
what's going on? I like them wide.
Yeah, open her wide, baby. Leave her gaping. I like it. I like it.
Here we go. The DK lineup for my QB. I picked Cousins at $6,300 versus Seattle. They're ranked 18th against it. I think it could be a shootout, but
yeah, I like
who
it.
knows? For the price, got to. And just like we said a little bit earlier, I got Dobbins. Dobbins is at $6,300 also versus Arizona. And you know how they are against the run.
Yes, indeed.
My boy Jahmyr Gibbs, he's the one. That's where my big money is. That's where that went. It went $6,900 versus Minnesota. It was kind of I just had.
That's a homer pick like a motherfucker is what that is. That is a stiff defense.
It's a good.
That's a stiff run defense and a high price tag on a player on the team you love. That's a homer pick.
Guilty, but I do have a reason for this.
Give it to me.
It might be the Gibbs game. They've been Montgomery games the whole time, but since
the Montgomery factor scares me into investing too heavily into Gibbs, but
since they do, Minnesota has the second ranked defense in fantasy against running backs. I think it's best to take the guy that can take a swing pass for 80 yards.
Dig it.
So I take Gibbs.
All right.
Moving on, I'm taking. This helps me with my homer pick. Take Jordan Addison versus Detroit.
Digging it.
We're going to see how he goes before he's killed us. So at 5,600, I had to do it.
Right. He does have big games against the Lions, so.
And New Orleans, I mean, Knicks is starting to look good. So Cortland Sutton, going back to Old Faithful for $5,400.
He's a talented dude, so.
And now we go back to Homer Town. Here we go with Jamison Williams.
Nice.
Jesus.
6,000 versus Minnesota because we're going to have to throw. I mean, they're 32nd against the pass in his position. So we're going to see how that works. And Kyle Pitts. We talked about Kyle Pitts. I like him. He is 45 versus Seattle. They're 28th against the tight end position.
Digging it.
Brock Bowers. See you later, Adams. He wasn't there last week. I mean, he's getting targeted like a mofo, and it's the tight end situation. So, I mean, I might as well do it. I picked 2 tight ends this week.
Bro.
Bowers was $5,800. And
so you flexed in with a tight end?
Yes, I have.
Okay, nice.
I have 2 tight ends this week.
And then
as my defense for $3,200 against Miami. Why are you laughing at me?
You're going to
I only have 1 tight end, but
yeah, me too. I'm
can't do 2.
married her and called on my own.
I have 2 tight ends. I'm better than y'all.
I guess in a way I got a 2 for 1, but anyway, 3 for 1 if you really want to. Anyhow, so who was your defense? You said, Jay?
Just letting you know, I'm calling HR after this.
Who was your defense again?
My defense is going to be the Colts. I got them for
Colts, right? Okay,
$32 against Miami. So why not? Let's do it.
I like it. I
am calling HR.
I like it. I already called them and they told me to go fuck myself. You know, I saw a great meme on Facebook the other day that said this country is so politically divided right now that my counselor called me a fucking libtard and hung up on me. All right, here we go. So, did you do FanDuel or DraftKings this week, Mr. Bean?
FanDuel.
Why don't you run it at me, brother? Give me what
All
you
right.
got.
Well, Kirk Cousins to start it off.
Look at you guys.
7,200. Right?
You goddamn
He's home.
guys
He's
are
in a
kissing
dome.
cousins, ain't
He's
you?
in a dome.
Yeah.
And I always
Cousins
like
in
to
a dome.
play one person from the opposite team, so I'm going Walker at running back for 7,500. We talked about him. I mean, great matchup.
Wait. What I just heard was, I'm going Walker. Yes, indeed. Going Talker.
Walker.
You and me. I'm going Walker. And you go home with me. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Tracy Jr. hopefully it still has the starting role there because that's a decent matchup for him. 6,200.
Yeah, the price is right.
Yeah, not bad. To stack with Cousins, I did Drake London, 7,500. Just try to double up a little. Cooper making his debut. He's going to get a touchdown, like we said. 6,100. He was just super cheap. I mean,
yeah,
had to go, cheap somewhere, right?
Yeah,
but
man.
that was, he's at least a chance to score, right?
Fuck yeah! At that price for a chance to score,
Yeah, that's crazy, right? Reed for 7,600. We talked about Jordan Love as his number one guy, so I mean, not a terrible price.
Yeah.
Njoku at tight end for 5,300. Again, he's probably the number one guy, so he's going to he should get 10, 12 targets, I would hope.
I bet he does.
Yeah, Deshaun usually hits the dirt or the goalpost, but he's going to get the targets, right?
Yeah. I guarantee he sees 12 targets this week.
Yeah, I agree. At flex, I did Neighbors coming back from the concussion. They paid up a little, 8,300, but I mean, he's leading the league in almost everything, and he's missed a game. He's missed 2 games now, so
right.
I mean, he's going to get the targets. He's going to get the red zone,
home run ability,
and he was 8,300. And defense, I did the Colts as well, 4,300. They were super cheap.
Nice
playing against Miami.
Nice. Feasting on them Dolphins, man. A Tua-less.
Tua.
Yeah, Pua without Tua.
Can I ask how much you put on that?
What was that?
How much?
How much did you put on that one, B?
This was just a $3. It's usually 3 or 6. Three.
Oh, $3. Okay, well,
nice.
Just let you know. I dropped 50 cents on my
50 cents? Oh, yeah, baby. We got big spenders.
I mean, the better the podcast goes, the more.
Well, I do about 10 of them, so I mean, they all add up.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I do a few. So
I started at 10. Now I'm at 50. Watch it roll.
You're rolling, man.
Well, then you guys.
You're buying dinner next time I'm in Maryland, bro.
You guys better sit back and relax then, because I got a $5 footlong coming at you right now.
Hit me with it, Jared.
Yeah, baby. $5 on this lineup. Are you ready?
$4 up in this bitch.
All right. At quarterback, I'm going with Geno. Give me Geno Smith to fucking against those Atlanta Falcons, baby. I got a weird feeling that you're going to hear Lockett's name and that you're going to hear Metcalf's name and that you're going to hear Njigba's name because and Geno's going to light it up a little bit. I like Geno this week. And in my backfield, I jumped on old Chubba Hubbard because the price was right. He's only $7,400, not too bad. Oh, by the way, Geno was $7,600. Chubba is $7,400 playing the Washington defense.
Yeah, great matchup.
I look for him to have 100 yards in the touch this week at a minimum. Upwards of, hopefully. And then I'm with you on that. I believe Tracy Jr. is still going to have that job in the Giants backfield, and the Philly defense right now is just not stopping anybody up front, man. It's a surprising thing with Jalen. I definitely am surprised at the ineffectiveness up front right now, but they're getting run on. So let's take a shot with the youngin. And again, $6,200. I went a little big on $7,200 on my wide receiver. One was Scary Terry McLaurin playing against the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, yeah, that's beautiful.
I like Daniels to eat him up a little bit. I'm riding on your coattails with your Detroit Lions. I'm taking Williams as well, man. At 65.
Yeah, J-Mo.
I like J-Mo this week against the Vikings, man. I like him to have a good game against them cats, man. And also, right there with you, I took Addison also, man. So,
wow.
I like Jordan Addison on the other side for only $6,300. So I'm heavily invested in the receiving game there in Minnesota this week. At tight end, I got old Dalton Schultz for 5,200 against the Packers. Like I say, the Pack are suspect against the tight end. So let's see what happens there. And that way I could throw a little money. You know me, I like to nitpick my lineup and then throw a little bit of money in the flex spot. And I'm taking Kyron Williams there this week. I'm going to take Kyron Williams against a feckless Raiders defense outside of Crosby. So if you run away from Crosby, you got a lot of green in front of you, my friend. So let's see what.
Great pick, man. He might be RB1 this week.
I'm hoping.
That guy's he's 90% of their touch. I mean,
he is their offense.
He's it.
And that let me go with my favorite defense of the week, which is Buffalo, man. I love Buffalo this week against the Titans, baby. I'm looking for Sacktown. I'm looking for a pick six the other way. I'm looking for them to feast a little bit on Levi. So
I like it.
Let's do it. Let's do it, man. And that's that $5 foot long feature of a fucking. And there we go, man. And that wraps up our views on looking back at 6 and looking ahead at 7. As football begins here, you know, in any minute. Anything else to say before we kick off into week 7, you guys? Besides the fact that how is it here so fast?
It's crazy. Just everybody pick wise. Do not do the paralysis by analysis like I do. And it killed me last week. Just go smart with it, man. Listen to us. We each have little different things that we think. You hear our advice. Take it or leave it. But I'm telling you, we're going to help you out. We're here to help you out. So.
Hey. There's quite a few fantasy championship belts in this little thing. Let's just hey, all right. Hey, and in some of those leagues, by the way, are 40-man leagues. We'll explain to some of you cats how that works in a future episode. We got it all worked out. But if you're winning down, if you bring down a title in a 40-man league, that's no bullshit. So that's there we go. So October is underway. Week 7 is underway. Let's go do football, man. Keep hanging out, and we'll keep bringing you ways to win your league. And look for us to bring you a little bit of Halloween special as we get closer to our favorite holiday.
Sounds like an edible.
Fuck yeah, baby. Let's eat it. On that note, let's get the fuck out of here and watch some football, you guys.
Let's do it. Football time.
Much love.